Okay, so we're on workbook page 488. We're continuing factoring. So we're going to do number 5. It says factor each expression. So 25 plus 60. So we don't want to solve this. We want to factor it because that's what the directions say. So again, we got to start by finding the greatest common factor. So take the smaller of the two numbers and make its list of factors. So we have 1 times 25. 2 does not go into it, 3 or 4 does not go into it. We have 5 times 5, and then that's it. There's no other numbers but 1, 5, and 25 that go into 25. So let's look at the bigger number. Does the biggest number, 25, go into 60 also? No, 25 does not go into 60. Does 5 go into 60? Yes. So 5 is the greatest common factor. So we're going to put the greatest common factor outside a set of parentheses, and we're going to divide out the greatest common factor from the first term and the second term. So 25 divided by 5, that's 5, plus 60 divided by 5, which is 12. So we would leave our answer like this, 5 times 5 plus 12. So now number 6, we're going to change it a little bit, so let's cross it out. We're going to make it 4xy plus 40x. And now we're going to factor it. So, same way we did yesterday, look at 40 and 4. Start with the smaller number and make your list of factors. So we have 1 times 4 and 2 times 2. Does 4 also go into 40? Yes. So that's the greatest common factor. Now, notice in this problem that this is the first problem where the first part and the second part share a letter. They both have the letter X in common. So when both parts of the expression share a letter in common, that letter becomes part of your greatest common factor. So not only are we going to put the greatest common factor outside the parentheses, but we're also putting a letter if they are in common between both parts of the expression. So what that means is when we're dividing this out, we're dividing the first part by 4x and the second part by 4 and x. So because we divided out an x, because they both have an x, we can cancel out the x. So it shouldn't be in the parentheses anymore because we took it out. And then again, 4 over 4 just equals 1. And 1 times y, which is what's left over, is just y. So we could cancel this out too. 4 over 4 can be canceled out, x over x can be canceled out. So all we're left with in the first part of the expression is y. Plus, now 40 over 4 is 10. The x's were canceled out. So all we're left with is y plus 10. So we have 4x on the outside, parentheses y plus 10. Okay, so let's add one more like this. So we're going to add a number 7. And we're going to do 8ab minus 40abc. So let's find the greatest common factor between 8 and 40. So take the smaller number, 8, make the list of factors. So 1 times 8, 2 times 4, and that's it. So look at the biggest number, 8. Does 8 go into 40? Yes. So that's our greatest common factor. Now let's see if there are any letters in common. There's an A in common, and there's a B in common for both parts of the expression. This part has an A and a B, this part has an A and a B. So A and B are going to be part of our greatest common factors. So outside our parentheses, we're going to have an 8 and an A and a B, because 8 is the GCF, and both parts of the expression share an A and they share a B. So we have to divide out the GCF and any letters they have in common. So for the first part of the expression, the A's can be canceled out, the B's can be canceled out. And remember that 8 over 8 is just 1. But we don't have anything else left. So This equals 1, but because we're not doing 1 times anything, because there's nothing left, we have to put a 1 in the first part of the expression. Minus, because we have a minus sign for this one, the a's cancel out, the b's cancel out. So we have 40 divided by 8, which is 5, and then we have a c left over. So we'll have 5c. So our final answer is 8ab times 1 minus 5c.